What's going on there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Msss Anomalies channel. Alright guys, we're going to get into a topic that has been big time. A lot of people have done this particular anomaly. It's the coffin that was supposedly on Mars. And to be quite honest with you, it actually does look like either a coffin or a large loaf of wheat bread. Anyway, my buddy Will Overhead from What's Up in the Sky 37, he's done it. I got a handful. I think I Googled just coffin found on Mars in the search box here on YouTube, and this is what I found. He's done it. Mr. Enigma has done it. QTube has done it. Gaga Show has done it. Cable Line Network, Jason Hunter, Akish Ganga, Nation News Street has done it. Now, don't get me wrong. When you truly do look at this, it does look like some kind of a weird coffin kind of thing. My personal opinion, it's not. And it's not to disprove these guys. I'm just trying to use, like these guys have done. They've analyzed the picture, and this is what they've come up with. Now, I've analyzed it, and I've come up with something a little bit different. And I'm going to show you that. But check this out. This is where you can get the picture. And believe it or not, all these small pictures here, this is from, as you can see up in here in the top left, it's nasa.gov. All of these pictures here are from Rocknest. And when you go, I'll show you that weird-looking bird thing that everybody's like, oh, it's a bird, because it really does look like a bird. When you look at this picture, people go, oh, look at the bird. It's got the wings. No. First of all, this beak is not a beak. This rock is behind this object. This eye would be over here if it was an eye. But here's the thing. This object goes like this, comes around, goes under this flat piece sticking out, goes under here, keeps going. This is an object. Now, they've manipulated that to make it look like it's not. This is the reason why, if you go back to the original pictures, you could pull out a whole lot more easier than you can now. Because they've really tightened up on their CGI techniques, if you will. You look over here on the right, underneath this, looks like a stone slab. You look underneath here, you can see what looks like some kind of weird box sitting on this other rock, whatever the heck it is. But you can see like little features in that. This stuff is being covered up. Okay? Now, I'll get back out of this one because I want to show you what this is the picture we're going to be doing, which is right here. And, you know, I've already got it here on another tab, so I'll show it to you right here. Okay. This is what people need to understand. And I read this not too long ago. It was on a show. And somebody used a term that what they're using is called virtual presence in space technology. And what it is cutting-edge CGI. They said it surpasses anything that movie producers have. Wow. Just look at the movie Avatar, with the giant loaders moving around, bringing all this ore and whatever they were digging up and mining on this planet. When you look at that, you can't help but to go, holy crap. But yeah, so, you know, when you stop and think about, you go, wait a minute, it surpasses that? Wow. So yeah, they can make up anything, and you'd fall for it. Now, I'm not saying these pictures aren't real, meaning, you know, people are going, well, if they're just making them up, what's the point? Well, they're not making them up. What they're doing is they're overlaying a mask, if you will, over what's really sitting here. So what's in this picture is real. This picture is a real deal. But they're hiding whatever's in it. Now, I just noticed this right here. Look at the way this thing comes down right here and goes. It has this curvature, and yet it all looks like it's rock. What you're going to find, what you're going to see when I enhance this picture, is you're going to see there's a lot more things hiding in this picture than this little coffin thing here. My personal opinion is that it's not. It's a manipulation to hide whatever's sitting on the ground there. So let's get into it, and I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm not going to take too long because I got quite a bit to cover on here, and I don't want to really take too much of your time, and, you know, I've got things to do to myself, which I got to be going to work as well, too. So, anyway, when you start to enhance this, okay, you look at this, and you're going to start to see things pop out of the background here more than anything, because this is not rock. Everybody needs to start wrapping around their minds around the fact that these are not rocks. I know they appear to be, and that's what they're meant to look like. What it is that they're overlapping, as I said, what's really in this picture. So the picture itself is real. What they're doing is overlapping a lie. Okay? So when I get into this, you're going to start to see more and more features jump out, and you're just going to go, yeah, what's up with that, and why is this stuff in this picture? Now, a lot of times you're not going to see detail, but sometimes you can see large shapes. You'll see detail in between where this CGI, they forgot to cover or didn't quite cover the whole thing. You'll find things like that. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just crazy. So now I'm just going to use, and I showed people earlier in some other videos that you can just simply do auto-tune in this. And what it's going to do is make it really bright like this here. Now, simply do this. I'm going to just show you this. This is pretty crazy. Just contrast, Max it out. Go to the next one. Contrast, brightness, max it out. But this, with this exception, this time bring down your brightness. Okay? Now, you'll start to see stuff that's lighter in this area here. Look at the shape starting to pop out of here. Okay? You'll start to see things that are popping out that are literally under this mask. And that's what people have to understand. It is a joke, people. Get your minds to stop thinking. You got to think outside the box. It's not rocks. It's things that are being draped or thrown over what's really sitting here. And as soon as people start to understand that and get their mind wrapped around that idea, it's going to be a whole lot easier for them to figure this out. And then you can play with your balance, the lightness and... Whoop, messed that up by accident. Let me see something. Let me do it again. Sorry about that. I forgot to do the second one, and I just didn't completely do it here. So let's do this. Okay, hit the OK. Now, if you want, if some areas are bright and some are darker, that's fine. Just go ahead and go down to your shadows and highlights. Get rid of any of your highlights to the brighter areas, and then you can bring up your shadows. And you'll start to see, just take a look around. That's first and foremost. Just take a look around. You're going to see things in here that you're just going to go, wait a minute. Yeah, why is this here? I can see, like in these yellowed areas that are more colored, those are manipulations that they really try to go after and really doctor up. You'll see in the back here, right here, all of these pieces starting to come into, there's something right here that's got a point to it that's coming off the ground. This all in the back here. I'm going to show you that right now. Now, here we go. This blew my mind because I was like, totally like, this is neat. I mean, I'm just going to jump into a couple of these, start bringing it down, and again, you've got this here. I kind of went a little crazy with it, but that's okay. Goes like this. This here, if you notice these, I'm going to come in because I know a lot of you guys are using the tablets and the smaller phones and such. So I'm going to back out after I show you this, but check this out. There's a line going down like this, coming all the way down, coming up like this and going like this. Now you go, okay, what the heck would that be? Oh, I don't know. Look at this. It looks like it comes down to here, but this is what this looks like. It looks like it does this, goes like this, goes like this, and back down, and you can see the other side to this. Right here, there's a small piece right here where it looks like a box type thing at the bottom, or base, if you will. Goes like this, arches, goes across. Another small arch, at least it looks that way, like a small smaller arch, excuse me. But when you stop to look at some kind of weird pipe or something sticking out of the ground here. It's got this one right here, it goes like this. Okay. How about this right here, sitting right here? And this is what I'm saying. This is, sometimes you get this, sometimes you see shapes, and then sometimes you'll actually see actual, what look like little structures. Check this out. Okay, there's something right here. Then you've got this right here, goes across, down, goes across, down, but then it doesn't stop. It keeps going. This goes across down to here, and then back like this. So, and I don't know if it does this, but it looks like it kind of has, the ground is kind of uneven. But what the hell does that, guys? And that's what people have to come to grips with. It is not just something simple like just rocks. It is really not. You're going to see this back here, way in the background. There's something right here off the ground, and you can almost see like it, the way they, I don't know if they put this crap on here or what, but you can see something that looks like a tall, like an archway, but it also has what looks like a framework. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right there. Let's go back to the third one. Right here, you can see it looks like some weird structure. It looks like there's things coming down from it. And it looks like you got this big curvature piece like this. You got this in the front. But right here, you can see what looks like almost like beams or supports, if you will. Of course, this went more like this. But anyway, you get the idea. Let me just take this back off. See that? There's something laying right here. And you can see the top right here. I don't know if that's part of that frame. But whatever it is, check this out. Another one. Something kind of weird arch. And I don't know if this stuff is overgrown in the background. And what they're doing is they're just, and then they're throwing over their manipulations as well. But something right here. And I'm going to show you like a highlighted. What I did was I just used my lightning brush just to lighten up some areas. This should show you what really stands out. But check this out. Some kind of weird thing going like this. Has like an oval. And then you've got this piece here that goes back. I mean, there's some crazy things in this picture, guys. I mean, there really is. And the more you get into this, you're just going to be like, yeah, come on, man. What gives? What does that? right here, and you can see where they used a lot of what, I don't know what this is, but whatever this mess is right here, you can see like a pattern right here, but it goes up past the dock area. It goes into this background. Imagine that. Right here, check this stuff out. Going like this. Look at this. One. What does this, guys? This is clearly not just a simple rock laying on the ground back here. Okay, it looks like this thing's either built into the hillside or something, but check this thing out. And I didn't notice this until I started digging into this either, but it looks like some kind of weird thing does this here, goes across, comes down, has this piece looking like a really goofy looking thing. But it looks like this giant oval opening, and there's a bunch of crap stuffed in it. So I don't know what the hell this is right here, but there's something clearly there. And like I said, you got this weird arch thing right here. And you can actually see the faded line to it going out like this. This piece goes up. Looks like it continues over to here. And you can see it doing this. You got another line coming down here. I mean, just check it out. I mean, just back up, and you're going to start to see there's more in this picture, again, than you would think. Now, let's keep going with it, because I did do the color, just to try to see if I can bring anything out in this background. Funny how I was just using brightness and contrast, and all these colors started to pop. Go figure. Especially when it's only supposed to be this reddish, tannish planet. So that makes no sense to me. But nonetheless, it's there. Now, you can see all of these darker areas, like I said, here. This is where they're really concentrating on getting rid of this stuff. Check this out. See this right here? Look at the way this... There's much more in these pictures, guys. Look at all of this area here. This thing's on the ground. Like I said earlier. All of this stuff in the front. And I'm going to show you a darker picture that's going to be like, yo, check that out. Here's another goofy thing. I don't know if you noticed. You got to look at the faded lines. You got to look for giant shapes. You cannot just automatically assume that it's just rock. Check this out. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm going to try to zoom in just a hair bit. And go up. If you look, there's something right here. It looks like it's got a pattern. It goes all the way up into here. Kind of does the same thing here. But check this out. There's something right here going across, and what looks like some weird pipe sticking out of the ground, or out of something. See that? So whatever that is, it's in the picture. I mean, you can see it. This ground continues to the back, meaning this is all false in the back, meaning they're trying to hide whatever's back there. And the best way to hide anything that's sticking up is to just hide it. Think about it. You can only hide so much stuff. If you're looking over a valley, there's only so much you can hide before, you know, okay, I'm looking at a certain angle, looking across the ground. Something's bound to be sticking up, and I'm going to see it. It's just common sense. You know, here's another part here. I don't know if you guys seen this, but there's something right here. It looks like it has like a circle in it type thing. But check this out. Goes across. Oh, let's zoom in a little bit so we can see this a little bit better. But you can see a frame or an outline of something right here. See it? And that's what people need to pay attention. Pay attention to. It's the actual things that are under this. Check this out. It's the stuff that's being buried and it's being masked over is the stuff you want to see. And unfortunately, we cannot see everything we need to, well, we want to see anyway. But check that out. Going across. And, I mean, there's all kinds of crazy things in this picture. Let me see if I can find this. Because you're going to see this a whole lot easier in a minute. This. All right, now we're going to jump into the black plate so we can get rid of some of this color. And I'm going to show you that right now. This, believe it or not, is a manipulation. This actually goes like this. Now, I'm just going to use it because it's a lot easier to see with this right here. But there's something actually coming down, going like this. It has a side to it, which means you're not seeing front right here, which you would consider the front, and this going to the back. You can see this has been airbrushed because you can actually see whatever this white thing is going down right here goes past that brushed area. So, and there's something right, you can see like little white squares, so to speak. So this thing's running from left to right, not front to back. Also, you can see it right there. They're blotching this out. There's an actual pipe or something sitting on the side of that. There's the opening. And I'm going to show you that a lot clearer in a minute. Okay. Okay, see how like this piece actually still keeps going down? So it goes over the top of this. And it has these two lines, or whatever these are. There's something that goes like this, actually goes down. And goes like this. So, and you can see this now, it looks like a funky looking pipe. It looks like something else sticking out the side of it. But if you look around, there's much more to it, guys. I mean, look at this. I'm going to just drop this down and, well, let me see, well, we'll go 2. That's probably pretty decent. There's these pieces in the background, but you can see what looks like something right here, going up and around, and then back down, going across, going here. There's crazy things in there. Oh, my God. And just to go through this is just, it's got stuff everywhere. Check this out. Something going down, going across. Has this oval piece right here. But you can see I should have rounded that. Just messed that up too. Should have been a little bit more tighter on there. Went like this here. But that's the inside part. Now you can see this right here. Something going right across. And you can see there's actually something white right here. That's what you need to be concentrating on. Not the rocks. Get your mind off the rocks. This right here, there's something that's laying right in here. It looks like it's been crumpled up or whatever this is. Something coming out of it. Something doing this. Going across, coming down. It's like an opening to something right here in the ground. And it just keeps going. And there's another pot in here. This, you can see this has really been fudged out right here. This whole area right here has been totally fudged out. Yeah. These, look at the way this straps over this rock, so to speak. Yeah, okay. Looks like a piece of steel laying under here, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. Let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and jump back into the color. This should be the color now. What I do is I'm still in black plate, but what I decided to do, after I did the manipulation and enhancements, I decided to go back to regular color. And you can see this looks like some kind of weird piece of bent steel as opposed to just a simple rock. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to back out of this, because I want to show you guys this. I think you'll think this is pretty wild. What I do is I highlighted some of the areas that I thought of more interest than just a simple nothing. So check this out. Now you can start to see things that are actually laying there. And like I said, this actually looked like a little car. Check this out. See it right there? 1, 2. I'm saying if it was. Again, the mind can matrix and show you these things. But look at headlight, black area is the grill, wheel area, windshield, and so on and so forth. Now, I'm not saying that's what it is, but here's the thing. Let's say a hypothetical it was. Well, people, like I said, they would go, well, I'm seeing rocks here. That car would have to be really tiny, or these would have to be humongous. Well, that's if you go by what their shapes and their sizes are. If you trust anything NASA says, yeah, you just totally baffled because you don't know what to believe. What is this stuff? Is it real or isn't it? But again, you can see these now. You can see this area. There's things being hidden in here. And again, with the arch right here, and you can see this right here. Let me just zoom in. But look at the shapes of these things. And you can see this thing is, like I said, off the ground. And it has that weird, right here, has that weird looking frame thing. And it has an arch to it. Well, it's more of an arch, not more of a square like that. But just take a good, close look at this thing. And I can go over this slowly. And you can bring out some crazy things like this. Like this thing right here. Look at this. What the hell is that? Almost looks like a cannon or some kind of weird thing sitting on the ground. You know, it's just strange. But take a look around, and you can see other things laying there. Check this out. Real faint, faded out, but it's right there. Now, you know, a lot of people say, well, there's really nothing there. Because I hear these people talk this trash all the time, and they're going, they're just rocks. Well, then tell me why there's shapes under here that just simply don't make any sense. And they're not just squigglies. I'm not looking at the squigglies. I'm looking at the big picture here. This is the big picture, and you can see whatever these things are, they're there. Like I said, look at this piece right here. That's not a rock. it's almost like you can see this ground is over here. There's all these structures, and it drops down. It slopes down to this area. And there was some kind of weird, something on the right here. I thought for a second, I thought it was some kind of weird circle, like you found in a Times Square or something like that. But there's something else that actually, look at this, something round right there. Going like this. Something's coming out of that. Going into this piece, you can see something doing this. I don't know. But you can see some kind of weird shapes in here that clearly are being covered. They're not being thrown into the picture to throw your eyes off. It's, like I said, you're bringing these things out. I don't care about these squigglies. When you first get into this picture, like, let me see if I can show you a good example. When you get close to this, and you go, oh, yeah, look at the eyes, a head. You know, this, look, it's an alien. No, that's a manipulation. That's what that is. That's a squiggly manipulation. That's garbage. That's what this is what's being thrown on top of these pictures. What you're going to look for is the real deal. And again, check this thing out. It actually has what looks like a side coming down, and you can see with this other piece here, it looks like it's doing this here. And going like this, going up and around, and coming back down. But it clearly goes down into the top of this, whatever this manipulation is. But you can see two of these things, and something's coming down very faintly. You can see it there. This has been blotched because there's something at the end of this. And again, what looks like a pipe. And I'm going to show you that in black and white here a little bit clearer. Look at this. This is coming out of nowhere. But you can see it goes back up. And again, it's hard to determine some of these squigglies. It gets in the way of the actual picture. That's why some of these pictures are completely blotched. And then some of them are like as plain as day. Where's this other piece? I'm going to show you. This is wild. Just to give you a really good idea what the hell they're doing here. This will blow your mind because, and this is a perfect example of to show you what they're doing as far as overlay. Let me see if I can get this here. If I can remember where it's at. But just notice how these greens and these other colors are coming out. This may be the actual picture. Let me do this. Let me go back. Okay. See how like the colors, you can actually see them sticking out? Why do you suppose there's all these different colors in the picture that they're trying to hide stuff? But see now, you can just see like all of these shapes inside, and you can see in the back. I mean, you don't even have to really zoom in, and you can see like it looks like this thing's on the ground. Okay, so that's the picture right there. You guys would get these in my Google Plus, so you guys can check these out yourself. Just wild. Check this out. Now, this is a total black and white picture, and I want to show you something that's really neat. See if I can find it again, because it's just so much crap in this picture that it's unbelievable. There's something, oh, this is great, right here. In fact, I don't know if I can find it in the other picture. Yeah, right here. Now, again, this is no rock. At least it doesn't appear like one to me. Check this out. Comes down, goes like this, goes like this, goes like this, boom. And you can see what they painted over this or did whatever they did, and you can see something right there. What you don't see is that this thing keeps going. And this goes right between it. And I'm going to show you that right now. Right here. Check that out. So there's actual parts in here. You're not seeing them. And that's the idea. You can see that doing this. Goes back down. Nice and straight. Now watch this. See how it appears that it's being overlaid. Something's been, this area here is transparent through this overlay. And you can see that it actually keeps going down. It appears to anyway. And it looks like you can see like just look a little bit of a peak and then comes down. Does the same on this side, and there's something inside that. Now, this is something is hidden here. And what they're doing is that you can see like these, every time you see this weird mountain thing like this right here, right in there. Let me do this. Sometimes it's a little bit easier just to see the red as a contrasted to this, but, or not. Okay. But let's switch it back. Whoop, let's not do it that way. Okay. Right here, and we'll do it just a little bit bigger. Okay. Right here, anytime you see a mound like that, there's a good chance it's actually something that's a structure or something. Now, I'm not saying all of it is, because that would be a lie, but here's a good example. Like I said, look at the back here. Look at the way that is. All of these things right in here. Here. This whole object here. There's a bunch of things in here. I'm telling you right now, there's structures of some sort. You can see something coming down like this, real faintly through here. This pointed thing, or whatever the heck that is. I don't know what that's a structure, what the hell that is, but it's clearly, you can see like a shadow underneath that. And whatever this is in the background, because I showed you a little bit better in the other picture, because I just did tone-wise. I was trying to bring out the foreground more than the background here. This is the reason why you can't see this so good. But when you do this, get back out of that, you can see this right here. And it has some kind of, looks like some kind of round thing here. But anyway, it looks like it actually has a pipe of some sort sticking out of this. And you've got right here. And just look faintly, you can see something right here coming down. And it looks like it may stop right here. But you guys need to check this stuff out. I mean, it's crazy. But to look at this stuff here and just see all of this is just, it's incredible. Again, here. Let me see. Here's that weird thing I told you it looked like some kind of weird vehicle, but it's right here. Again, that arch. And comes back down. You can see there's like separate lines separating these things. There's different pieces of this, whatever it is. Maybe it's on top of. You got this piece here. Something coming down like this. It's got 1, 2 pieces going across. Now, again, we don't know if we're seeing some of these things are actually in ruin or, you know, with trees overgrowing it and so on and so forth. So you're not going to see everything super clear if you wanted to anyway, because you're not going to see it in these pictures. There's no way. That's just not going to happen. But you can see things other than, see that right there, a little bit smoother. You can see that archway now, pretty clean. And there's something else right there. That other piece I just showed you right in here. Look at this. Like, here's a good example. Look at this. There's things like overlaid. There's something coming down right there. Whoops. Did the wrong one. Right here. Whoops. Well, you guys get the idea. Not a big deal. But you can see, I mean, what does that? Look at another piece of slab or whatever the heck that is. It's like they know how to just drop this stuff right over this. And whatever they're doing to these things, and if they have that kind of technology to really enhance these pictures, it's no wonder why these guys are getting tougher and tougher to pull anything out of it. But you can clearly see there's lines and just pieces of things being hidden. You know, people say, well, they're just shadows. Well, tell me how this is a shadow, because that's clearly not a shadow. That's trying to be ghosted out, and they're doing the best to try to block it out. And you can see, you know, different pieces, so on and so forth. Come on. See it? Let me just do it this way. Back out a little bit. But anyway, guys, give me your take on it. And again, guys, I got to be honest. I mean, this thing is no more, you know, at least in my opinion, it's no more of a coffin than well, that's a little too. But you can see something now. If you look now, if you really look at this thing, it literally looks like it does this. Comes down to the other side. And like I said, they blotched out the end of this. I don't know what the hell they were doing there, but again, you can see this a lot better now. If you look at this pipe now, it literally looks like a pipe we'd have here. Right here. Goes over to here, goes down a little bit. You can see it's curved right there. So it looks like some kind of weird piping. And you can see, again, this piece here going up like this and going back down into this top of this object or this anomaly. It literally looks like it's sideways now, as opposed to, you can see it coming down. See that? It's got these weird features on it, and then it goes like this and comes down. So whatever that is, I don't think it's that at all, but I think there's something more important that lies there. And you can see like different pieces. I mean, what the hell does this? What the hell? Seriously. What does this? And almost looks like a disc kind of thing all the way around this. What does that? Unless it's something that's intelligently made. At least that's my opinion. So you guys can, you guys can tell me what you think. I'll give you the pictures. You guys can analyze these yourselves. But again, stop thinking outside the box. Stop thinking these are not rocks. It's nothing more than just a blanket of crap being thrown over this. And just one other thing I just want to show you guys. Check this thing out. Well, we can do it this one here. That's fine. Goes like this. Looks like it comes down. Goes across, comes down. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's a line there or what that is, but see it? Yeah, maybe nothing there. But check the just the weird shapes that you see laying around in here. It's just crazy. But to me, these are all structures in here, all in this area. And you can see the way this actually is squared off and it comes down. It's actually sloping down. And then there's something right here at the base. But there's large items in the back here. And they're not, and believe it or not, they go past this. They go, this is supposed to be the skyline. Yeah, not happening. You can literally see lines going up into this. And like I showed you with this other one here, whatever these things are going past this. And like I said, it looked like that weird, I'm going to use the term cannon or pipe sticking out of this thing. So you guys give me your take on it. Like I said, you will get these pictures on my Google Plus, and you'll be able to eyeball these yourself. I'll give you the enhanced ones as well, including I'll try to do this. This is the black plate, only I threw it back into color after I did the enhancements in the black plate. And you guys will be able to really go through these things and check them out yourself. And you can see just the outlines of these different pieces, literally 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, they're all over the place. I mean, and that's just a few of them. I didn't even get half these things. But once you guys get into these, you're just going to be like, yeah, wow, this is insane. And just some of the stuff you'll pull out of this, it's far bigger. It's almost like I said, they know people are going to eyeball these little tiny pieces in here. They know they're going to. It's just common sense. Now, here's another picture of that weird little wannabe coffin or whatever that thing is. But check that out. Now there's not so much brightness there, but you can see something like a line, another line. It just kind of dips down a little bit, looks like right there. And looks like some kind of weird pipe or something next to it. And I showed you had better detail than that. But I don't know, guys. I mean, what do you think? I mean, is it... I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to disprove this because it's anybody's guess. And anybody could be right and everybody could be wrong. But like I said, it's almost like they knew people were going to be looking through these. So if they show this, and it did take off like a rocket as far as... getting noticed, made all kinds of headlines and everything else, and on different sites and everything. But people are not looking at the big picture, and there's far more to it than what they're showing. And like I said, sometimes you can't see very good intricate detail. That's like right here you can. Right in here, you can see the details. But when you really start to enhance these things, and I don't even have to do this. Look at this. You can see these pieces right here. So I'm not trying to fake you guys out. It's there. All I do is just enhance it to try to give you guys a better idea of what's really hiding in here. And like I said, guys, there's much more to it. But anyway, guys, I want to keep going over it. I just wanted to make sure, you guys are actually seeing what I'm seeing. And like I said, you guys will get these pictures as well. Just look for them on Google+. And eyeball them yourself. And like I said, I can't emphasize enough. Stop thinking that these are all rocks. I'm not saying there's no rocks or sand on Mars. Of course there is. You'd be silly not to think that. But as far as what they're hiding in these pictures are real. People are going, oh, well, if they're all completely faked, then there's no point in looking at them. No. I didn't say they were faked. I'm saying they're being blanketed. So what's in the pictures is really there if you look hard enough. Stop looking at rocks thinking that's all they are in there. There's much more to these pictures and much more in here. And I can go like this, and guess what? You can still see that line. Check that out. You can still see this in the stock picture. You just have to look. I seen this and I didn't even have to do a thing to this picture. And I could see the shapes just laying here. Look at another one, that pointed piece. You can clearly see there's something else laying here. There's shapes of things laying here. Now these guys may be crafty and be able to, and be able to try to block these on people, but when you get into these, you can see things that literally, whoops, I went over that a little too far. Literally trying to black this stuff out. They're trying to take this stuff out and they do a great job of it. And nobody's none the wiser. I'm just hoping people start to, putting their brains to this and saying, well, yeah, we're being duped in a big way. And there they are. Anyway, guys, give me your take on it. Again, you know what blew my mind? Because like I said, this looks flat. It looks like it's flat. Well, relatively. I mean, you can see a mound right here, and then you can see what looks like little hills and stuff. But what I didn't realize after doing this, it almost looks flat at the top here, and then it slopes down. And I didn't see that at first until I started to really get into this, and you can start to see right here these weird objects and stuff coming down. And it looks like there's openings in here, and so on and so forth. There's in this one back here. I already showed you all that. I mean, come on. What the hell does that? But anyway, guys, not going to waste up any more of your time. Not going to take it up. I got to be getting to work myself, so I don't want to make this too long anyway. But I got some more crazy ones coming up. Some that I'm still trying to get some more information on it because if it is in fact true, it's dynamite. And you guys have already seen some of this video. If it is true, if I can get some more info on it, when you see it, you're just going to go, oh my God. And the ones you haven't seen, in other words, the people who are just newcomers and haven't seen this video yet, wow, it's probably one of the best pictures I've seen that actually shows life on Mars. What look like roadways and whatnot. It's probably one of the best ones. I haven't been able to prove or back up what this person said, at least not in a big way yet. So I'm going to just give me some time. I'm going to try to find it. And if I can't, well, then I'm just going to call it a hoax and it's something that was made up. It's as simple as that. I'm not going to put something, I'm not going to waste your time, and I'm sure in hell not going to waste my time trying to bring you a hoax. It's just not going to do it. I'm not going to add something to a picture or back somebody if I can't find out their origin or where they've got it from. Just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Always appreciate it. Give me some comments down below. Let me know what you think about it. And again, check for the Google Plus. It'll probably be on tonight or tomorrow morning or in the afternoon, somewhere roughly around there. You guys can analyze it, pull these pictures apart yourself. And like I said, this is a rock nest, I believe, so which is a real interesting area. Just go through that whole picture. My God. Just tons of stuff to see. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Always appreciated, and I will see you next pick.